go live and you guys can just ask us questions, and Amanda and I are just gonna sit here and chat like we are just hanging out.
So welcome back to the Motherhood Collective Co.
Welcome back. I need to get plugged in here. Well, I guess I could wait a little bit maybe. How should we do this?
I'm not sure.
Do you have your little tripod?
No, we don't have that.
Okay.
We no longer have one of those. We don't use our phone for anything. Unless Brady has one. He's got all this one.
So anyways, we're pretty much just going to chat. You guys can ask us questions. Amanda and I were... Yeah, where should we put it? All the way over there? Then we're not talking into our mics. Is that fine?
No, we have to talk into our mics. I don't know where. This was your idea.
What about your desk? Okay.
From over there?
Okay.
This was Jesse's idea.
We were just talking about... What were we talking about?
Our houses. You just flipped one
Temu?
of the things on your mic. Don't touch it. You are no longer.
Okay, do any of you guys shop at Temu? On Temu? Is that what it's called? We were just looking on Temu.
Temu, if you watched the Super Bowl.
Temu. And you would not believe that pretty much everything on there is from Amazon. Or like...
No, vice versa.
Everything
you can find
on
everything
Amazon.
on Amazon.
That's what I meant to say. All these like boutique shops that you're spending $80 on an item is probably $5 on Temu. Right?
It is, yeah. Yeah. Well, I said on our last episode that one boutique that you liked that literally.
Which one was it?
Blossom and Pear.
Blossom and Pear.
You can find everything on Temu. They just get it off of Chinese warehouses and sell it for 20 times the price.
Yeah. My mind was pretty blown about that. I mean, I don't know. I avoided it for so long because I was like, this is obviously a sweatshop and I don't feel good about supporting that. But then when I'm trying to like do better and I like get something off of a boutique that is literally just getting all of their stuff from there, like that's really discouraging to spend like 10 times the price on something that's a few dollars. So
yeah. Well, let's update them about our week.
Okay, do you want to go first or me?
Noah had his first ear infection of his life. He woke up what day was that he woke up? Monday? With an ear infection?
Tuesday.
Whatever day it was. No, because then he woke up, I don't know. He woke up early this week and had an ear infection. And we got rid of it, mostly, naturally, without needing to resort to antibiotics, which was good. So, but I've just been stuck in the house all week because now he's got 2 massive lymph nodes swollen in his neck. So his lymph isn't draining. So his eyes are puffy and he's just kind of, I don't know. He's
like
not quite
cold or something.
Yeah, not quite himself. So don't touch the mic.
Guys, this is my issue every week. Amanda always wants to literally kill me. If you're just joining, you are welcome to ask us random questions. This is our podcast episode of the week.
I mean, it's actually a podcast episode. It's going to be on, so you're going to get to listen to it from
this
Apple.
This is a podcast episode right now. We just have been through the ringer. We moved into our new house this weekend. Super exciting. Before that, we had to stay at a hotel for a night because we were kind of in between houses. And Sunny started throwing up and throwing up and throwing up and throwing up. She threw up like every hour on the hour, 20 plus hours of throwing up. And so we obviously didn't leave the hotel room, but we were like needing to close on our house that day. So we're literally relaying back and forth, Chase and I, to close on our house. And yeah, and then we kind of just, I don't know, we moved in, but not really. We kind of just were surviving for a little while. And yeah, somehow I dodged that. But like the week before that, or 2 weeks before that, they had RSV. And I'm just like freaking over cold and flu season. Tell me how like Sunny literally didn't get sick for 2 years. And now my kids have probably been sick for like 3.5 weeks out of the last like 6 weeks. So if that's also you, you're not alone.
I have theories, but I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, so I won't share them out loud.
Well, you can't just say that.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
I actually know exactly what you're thinking, and I could not agree more.
I sure can say that.
So we are actually here just in our slippers, in hoodies. We have no plan. We're just chilling.
We didn't want to leave you guys hanging this week. We left you guys hanging 2 weeks in a row a few weeks back, and we got messages questioning if we were alive. So,
which I appreciate, because we almost weren't alive. But we kind of weren't alive. So
we're here,
the check-ins are always appreciated. But
well, we can talk. Let me talk about Noah's ear infection and what I did for that, because I had lots of people talking or asking me questions about it on my personal page. So obviously, Brady and I are chiropractors, so the first thing is to get him adjusted, because with little kids, their eustachian tube sits on their atlas and it's totally horizontal, whereas as an adult, it goes down like this into your throat and it drains easier. So like if the atlas is, messed up and needs adjusted, that can block fluid from draining. So getting him adjusted was like top priority. We did garlic mullein oil, which we got at Sprouts. I couldn't find it at Natural Grocers. I couldn't find it at Whole Foods. It was at Sprouts, and
I think the like ear clear oil at Sprouts has
no, it does. There's kids ear clear, or you can get garlic mullein, both at Sprouts, and ear clear does have garlic mullein in it. And we did 3 drops in his ear 3 times a day. I did. You can get Himalayan pink salt, just like I got it at Trader Joe's, which is super cheap, and then put it on your stove just to heat it up, and then literally put it in a sock and set it on their ear. We did. What else did we do? Cotton balls. There's you can use tea tree oil, oregano, or apple cider vinegar, because those are all antiviral and antibacterial. So I did a drop of tea tree oil on a cotton ball and then a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and we put that in his ear. That like instantly relieves pain for him. Yeah. And then let's see, I'm trying to think. Oh, and castor oil massages was really good. That was actually recommended to me by one of our followers. And so I had like a gua sha, and I was doing castor oil massages on his face. And then all of that, like literally he woke up and he had a fever and he was in pain. Within an hour, the fever was gone. The pain was gone. And I have an otoscope, from school. So I've been checking his ear, and he still has like a little bit of red, but the fluid is way down. There's no more swelling. Yeah. Do you know what he had in his ear though? What? 2 little pebbles. 2 tiny pebbles. And I was freaking out, but Brady told me to calm the heck down, because it's probably just like dust from, we live in a new build like zone. So there's dirt and wind blowing, and it's been so windy that I think something must have blown into his ear. It's far enough back. It's not touching his tympanic membrane. So it's like, okay, but I kind of freaked out.
Did you leave it in there?
I can't get it out. You can't stick something in his ear. Oh. So Brady just said, calm down. That's why we have earwax. It's going to work itself out.
I have one of those ear cameras.
Do you really?
Yeah, that you can like scoop things out. I should have brought it.
You should have. I need to.
It like connects to your phone, and it has a little video, and then you can watch yourself like going into your ear and scooping it out. It's really satisfying. I waited so long to get it, and then I looked in my ear. There's nothing in my ear. Nothing. But Sunny loves it, and she had so much wax in her ear, so I just was like,
I need to borrow that, because I kind of want to get the little pebbles out. Yeah. I'm sure it will work itself out.
Gift. I mean, you could probably get them out with this little scooper.
Oh, the other thing for ear infections that we didn't have to use, but I had just in case, because we're pretty holistic, but I was reading that if you were trying to avoid antibiotics, which my baby is a C-section baby, he's had gut issues his whole life, eczema, antibiotics ruin your gut for a year. Like that, there's no fighting that. So I was trying to do all this without antibiotics, and I did read that with all the fluid in the ear, especially if your kid just had like a head cold, that getting them a decongestant to dry up that fluid, yes, it is still like a pharmaceutical medicine, like a kid's Mucinex or something. Genexa actually has I think it's just called decongest, kids decongest, so it's a little bit better. But if you're trying to avoid antibiotics and you're in a pinch, like that could be something you could use to dry up that fluid so that the ear can heal and you don't have to put your kid on antibiotics.
My child had fentanyl this weekend.
Oh my gosh. Did she really?
Yep.
Oh, poor baby.
So I think the Mucinex is okay. Okay. I'm laughing because it's been rough, but we brought Sunny to the ER on Sunday night. I think it was Sunday night. she is such a tough kid. Like, will smack her head. Ever since she was a baby, will smack her head on the ground and will not cry. Like, she is so tough. And so when she was like day 3 into this stomach bug and she's doubled over in pain, like will not stand up straight and is screaming every few minutes, she's saying, help me mama, help me mama. And that's like awful. I've never wanted to punch a wall so much in my life, because I was just feeling this like anger of like, I don't know what to do for her. Like, I've done everything I know how to do. And I would like, I started palpating her belly because I was getting nervous about appendicitis, because we're day 3 into this. All of us are healthy. Why are you like in so much pain? And her like palpation exam to me was like a little concerning, and I didn't like that. And I like ran out to go back to Sprouts to try to get more stuff to help her. But when I came back, it was just like her screaming was so like nothing I had ever heard before.
It's really sad.
So we were headed initially just to the children's urgent care at Parker Adventist. But then by the time we were almost at that exit, I was like, I think we should just go straight to the ER. Like, I feel like we're going to get in there, check in. They're going to say, you need to go to the ER. You're going to need imaging. Which
also, I just have a thing with urgent care.
And which, but side note, if you are local, the children's urgent care at Parker Adventist, I actually really love it.
I've never been there.
I brought Ledger there whenever
But
he
it's like
RSV.
Specific to children though, right?
Yes. Yeah. Which you want to make sure. Yeah. So we get to Children's Hospital and the waiting room is packed, and this poor girl, she is just like still doubled over in pain, screaming. She's vomiting everywhere, all over Chase. And we have to wait in line, and I get to the front and I'm like, there's no way we like have to wait for all these people, right? And she's like, oh no, you guys are an ED visit, like you're prioritized, they're coming out right now. Like they rushed us in front of all those people, which was like good, but then it was also like not good, because I was like, okay, so you think like this is as serious as I do, you know?
Well, I'm glad I took it seriously. Gosh.
Yeah. And the doctor was actually great. He was really concerned with her initial exam, pretty much gave me like no hope that it was an appendicitis. Like he did, and I watched him the way he was palpating her belly, and he was doing the whole like, does it hurt more when I'm pressing on it or when I like release it really fast? And everything was like telltale appendicitis. And so she started throwing up again after that exam. So he was like, well, we need to get imaging done. We need to put her on some kind of pain med because we need to get good pictures. So anyways, they gave her fentanyl. And Chase and I sat there for a minute when he said that, and we're like, that is like,
well, she's had it before.
She's had it before when she was cut out of me. Yeah. I literally said that to Chase. I was like, he was like, well, what if she has a reaction? And I was like, well, she had it when she was a newborn. So he's like, what are you talking about? Anywho, poor girl, it immediately helped with her pain. They also like, they sprayed it into her nose. It's like we were like straight up doing drugs right now. And at that point I was like, you know what, the fentanyl is the least of our concerns. Like if she has appendicitis, like we're getting surgery tonight, you know? So we go back, do the ultrasound. She is just like so grateful to be out of pain. It's the sweetest thing ever. But then like fast forward to the next morning, and her imaging looked great. She ended up not having appendicitis. Chase and Ledger both ended up puking that night, which was like weirdly reassuring. Like, okay, this is a tummy bug, you know? Anyways.
Oh, you need to move the camera, by the way. All right. The phone. You're like, right. I'm not gonna be able to use you in Reels at all this week.
Oh, well, this doesn't need to be on Reels.
No, not this one. No, I'm just saying for future conversations.
If you guys want to ask us questions, we're an open book. We're just chilling, talking about.
Do you know what else happened to me this week? Wait, finish your story, because then something I don't even know.
But the rest of my story is basically that, Ledger started puking. He puked once at 4 a.m. Got up. Chase prayed over him and was like, Lord, we cannot watch Ledger go through this. No. What Sunny just went through. And he never puked again. He's just fussy, but he never puked again. So freaking grateful for that. Chase was sick, but pretty minorly sick, and I have not gotten sick somehow. Dodged RSV and the stomach bug.
Yeah, Brady and Lily both dodged it when our family had it. But do you know what else happened to me this week?
What?
I woke up with a UTI on Sunday. Cause
We're just a wreck over here.
I know. I used to have really bad UTIs my whole life from my
Yeah.
sexual abuse, went through the whole thing, healed it, did all the pelvic floor physical therapy, haven't had it since. Woke up in so much pain on Sunday, like couldn't even wear pants. I had to wear a dress all day to like even touch my stomach.
Oh my gosh.
Hurt so bad.
So what are you doing?
This is my first time I've actually used homeopathy. And that's what I was looking up because I forgot what they were called, but I have them here. I get on cranberry and D-mannose. Cranberry like makes your pee acidic, which kind of, but D-mannose, if you don't have D-mannose, cranberry won't do anything. You need D-mannose. It like coats your urethra and makes it to where the bacteria can't like stick to it kind of. But I used 2 homeopathies. I used Cantharis and I used sarsaparilla. So they're like the little blue tubes. Yeah. They're like the little blue tubes you can get at Sprouts, and they're like the little beads, but they don't say that that's what they're for. Right. One of them was for, I don't know, I can't even remember. It was like some other organ pain, and the other one was for like a sore throat. But I took those like 3 or 4 times a day for 3 days, and it was gone. So we've had ear infections and UTIs. We've had employee problems, and my husband is having to do like so much time at work this week. And I haven't been able to leave my house. And if you know me, I'm an extrovert, and that really freaking sucks. So we are not doing good over here.
Mostly because my house is all sick.
Yeah, I know.
Otherwise, you'd be at my house. Because our new house is like literally 5 minutes down the street from Amanda's house, which is like the best thing because although we used to still like both be in Parker, I was like 25 minutes.
I was gonna say Parker's
further
big.
North.
Yeah.
But now I'm like Castle Rock, you're Parker, and I'm closer to you than I was. I like cleared an eye issue up, like cataracts in my dogs.
Yeah. So did I with Honey.
With a homeopathy. I know, it's the one I gave you, but it says it's used to relieve warts.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways.
Because they all have like multiple uses. So I think they put the most common on because these are just the Boreon blue.
Right. I don't know.
Blue tubes.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have multiple uses. Sorry, I thought the door was opening. I thought it was my kid.
Oh, hi, Hannah. Hannah Gill. Also small world. I found a dresser on Facebook Marketplace.
Stop holding the camera there, that phone there.
Where should I put it?
I don't know. This was your idea. You got to figure it out.
I found a dresser on Facebook Marketplace that somebody that I picked up from somebody who is like, we have a ton of mutual friends we've never met before, but we were just like messaging, and she was like, wait, I think I know who you are. And I was like, it's such a small world. And so you guys have just been a hot mess this last week.
This last like 2 months, let's be real honest. It's been like 2 full months of being a hot mess.
Yeah, I feel like I have not been okay since the end of February. I was like doing the math in my head, and I'm like, nope, we have not been doing well since February.
I forgot to tell you. So Brady's building a home gym downstairs, like a full on. He's got a leg press machine, a hack squat, whatever that is. We've got like pulleys and squat racks. Like my garage is full. And he just picked up the gym flooring. So we need to move all of our boxes from the place he's building the gym and put them where we were storing piece of our sectional. And so we're like, well, we got to get rid of the piece of the sectional. Why don't we just sell the couch? Because the couch is too big, in my opinion, for the living room. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get all new couches. I spent way too much time finding things. Okay. I sent Jessie a picture. Can I show it? I sent Jessie a picture. I felt
so bad too, because in the midst of all of this, I was like, I'll help you, like send me all the things.
Yeah, and then you ghosted me.
We had like literally 43 people through our front door.
Show them
trying for different things.
I used masking tape. I'll show the camera. And I totally measured this all out. Finally pressed order. I was like so confident. I was so happy. Brady gets home, and I'm like, okay, look at what I got. And I'm showing him, and he's like, Amanda, cancel that order right now. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, look at how low to the ground that couch is. I'm 6'4". So I canceled the couch,
Oh,
the brown couch,
no.
because it was only 15. The cushion was only 15 inches off the ground.
What?
Yeah. And like that couch down there is kind of a big couch and it's 20. Most couches are like 18. These are 19.
Oh, God.
Normal's like between 18 and 20. So I canceled them. But then at 1:00 in the morning last night when I was still searching, I actually found on Amazon, you can just buy new feet. The feet on that couch were only 1.5 inches big long.
Oh, yeah.
So I bought 6-inch feet, which are like these.
They even sell them at Home Depot.
Yeah. So then I had to reorder my couch this morning. So from 10 o'clock to 1:00, I threw a giant hissy fit and was up in the middle of the night just searching on Wayfair what I could buy.
So I'm a hot mess too, currently procrastinating watching this when I should be editing my own podcast. Hey, look at you. I hope you're all feeling better now, though. You all deserve a break. Yeah, thank you. Obsessed with your ring. Thank you. I know. I feel like we deserve a break as well. I guess we'll just see. I will say I'm really grateful that I personally have not gotten sick. I'm grateful that we had such uninterrupted time. Not uninterrupted. What's the word?
Like forced
quarantine time to like unpack our new house. And Amanda and I were just talking about how different we are with like, she was like, I just want to move into a house that I don't have to do, like everything's already designed and like placed and you know, whatever. And I was like, I would never want to do that because I love putting all the stuff together and like planning all the things and making, you know, like I'm just coming alive thinking about all the projects. I just want to keep a house clean.
I just want to keep a house clean. I want it to be pretty and done because you know what's going to happen? I have a construction guy come in to do a project for me next week and my house is going to be freaking destroyed and a mess for a week. And I'm going to be so dysregulated because he's going to have
wood in here.
No, but he's going to be bringing wood in here and the dogs are going to have to be kept somewhere else. And my kids, I'm going to have to, what am I going to do while he's here?
Yeah.
And there's going to be dust.
Yeah.
And paint. And it just thinking about it just makes me not want to sleep tonight.
I'm like so excited. I'm so excited. Yay, we got a question.
Thank God.
I mean, we'll just talk. We'll just make up all. What hair products do you guys use?
Monet. I use Monet.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Monet. I use Monet. I've been using Monet for 4 years. And
she just did a full-on hair flip for you.
For 4 years. I don't sell it, so don't come at me. Like, I do not sell it. Don't ask. But I use Monet. I've used it since I was postpartum with Noah because all of my hair fell out and it wasn't growing back at all. And I love them. I absolutely love their products. And I curl my hair once a week. I wash it once a week. It's the most low maintenance thing in my life. And I'm so grateful for it.
Yeah.
Monet.
Monet. There you have it. But I trying to think of what hair products I use. So I used to be like extremely crunchy, and I've kind of since I won't even get into all that. I decided that there's some things that I don't need to be natural with. Hair care being one of them. And the minute I switched all of my hair products, my hair has never felt shinier, healthier, longer, stronger. I lose no hair in the shower. And it's shiny for the first time in my whole life. It doesn't feel like straw. Right now is not a good example, but I'm sure you guys have seen on our reels, like it is thriving right now, and I will own that because it took a long time to get to that point. What projects are you doing to your house?
I'm building like board and batten walls right now. They're like, well, I think I'm using beadboard though.
Yeah, you are.
Because I'm
beadboard and like a shelf and some hooks.
I have like a farmhouse, right? My house is designed like that's called a farmhouse. It looks like a farmhouse from the outside. So the inside I'm trying to do like cottagey, farmhousey, and I think the beadboard kind of gives that a little bit more, but I'm kind of doing it tall. I want to say 6 feet. And then I'm doing like a top picture ledge on my entry. My entryway wall is 30 feet long. It's huge and it's just white right now. So then I'm going to do pegs so that when people come in, they can like hang their stuff up. Yeah. And right now that's what I'm doing. And I'm just doing all new living room furniture.
Yeah. She's redoing her living room, which we're excited about. Maybe we'll be ready for our book club.
Yeah, it should be. I'll at least have the furniture, which is kind of, I think it's less seating than what I currently have, but we'll figure it out. I have lots of chairs. Whatever. We can just make a big circle. I did get a new rocking chair.
I'll sit on the ground. Don't worry.
Hopefully I'll have the carpet pad under that rug by
then. Last night I couldn't sleep because I'm so excited about all the projects in my new home. And I counted there's probably going to be 35 different spaces that I'm going to like go through. And I actually created a separate Instagram account, if you're interested, called Wildflower and Home. I think it's what it's called. And I'm going to post my whole process of like going through our house, making it a home. And I'm so excited because this is like one of my biggest passions ever. Like, I think eventually, if I don't go back to wedding planning, like I will be an interior designer. So super excited. Okay, I've been sending questions to the ask a question button, so I'll post them in the comments. Oh, is there an ask a... Oh, there is. I'm so sorry. She's posting them anyways. Okay. I need ideas to entertain my 1.5-year-old. I'm a work from home mom who doesn't like to use screen time, but my kid doesn't quite play independently yet, struggling to fill a 12+ hour day with him.
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
I would just go outside.
Yeah.
If you are somewhere that's warm, I just feel like kids have endless amounts of fun and things to do outside. Walk to a park, get in a stroller, or go outside, and try not like a 1.5-year-old. That's a baby.
Yeah.
You know.
And can you hire a nanny? Like, I wonder if you can. Do you have help? Because that's a long work day. I feel like work from home moms have it like worse than work out of the home moms.
Yeah. Did I miss that? She's working from home and you have to entertain your kid?
Yeah. Gosh.
Oh my gosh, I totally did not read the work from home. Oh, that would be really hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. If
it's like have to like hire help or have your mom come help.
Or like if a lot of it is electronic and you can like pop your AirPods in and go on a walk and take phone calls or something. I don't know. Maybe someone else on here has a better idea for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Work from home moms are freaking amazing, first of all. And if you have no help, you're literally a superhero because you're doing 2 full-time jobs at the same time.
No, I'm just saying move the camera out of move the phone out of the way of the camera.
Do eye drops for pink eye have side effects similar to antibiotics as far as ruining gut health or anything like that?
I'm not sure, but you can put breast milk in your eye.
Yeah. If they're antibiotic drops, they're not going to harm the gut. The ones that like when we're orally taking antibiotics and they're passing through our entire digestive system, like they're really messing with all the microbiome and all the good bacteria, and you really want to like enhance that with probiotics, if you can. But if it's just going in your eye, I mean, it's still an antibiotic, but it's more localized than like the entirety of your body.
Topical.
Yeah.
But you also can squirt breast milk into your eye.
Squirt breast milk into your eye, Lainey. Have you ever tried that?
And like hot compresses and all the things.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, pink eye sucks.
Yeah, pink eye. I've heard that you get that if somebody like farts on your pillow.
The last time I had it, I was a little kid, but I remember it was miserable. You would wake up with your eye glue shut.
Oh
it's no fun.
Let me check the question box now that. They're already the ones that were posted. What else? Chandler said yes to something. I don't know. To what? I love Chandler.
Why are you pointing at?
I don't know. Do you have anything to say?
I don't. How long are we at right now?
I don't know. My phone has 15% battery. Are any of you guys 28 minutes?
We can stop whenever.
Yes, to your Insta. Ha ha ha. Yeah, if any of you are oh, sorry. I'm like getting these a little delayed, I think. Do either of you use weighted sleep sacks? No.
No, but if it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, it depends on like personally, I didn't feel very comfortable using a weighted sleep sack. I actually owned one from Dreamland Baby. I did like a collaboration with them and they sent me one, and I think we used it for Sunny a handful of times, but what I learned with Sunny is that we weren't going to swaddle for our next baby because transitioning out of any kind of swaddle or a sleep sack, weighted, anything that's like an aid to help them fall asleep, just felt so hard to transition out of. So with Ledger, we just decided like we're not doing any form of sleep sack or swaddle.
Same.
And it's been really nice, but I do believe the weighted sleep sacks are no longer considered safe sleep. So I would really maybe look into that if you're interested in trying it. Just double check that before you do.
Yeah. No, I don't have anything else to add.
Will I be able to join the book club if I listen to it on audiobook? Yes.
Yeah, we all listen to it on audiobook. We're moms. That's one book a month is actually quite a lot, I'm finding. And audiobook is the only way it's getting done.
Audiobooks like saved. Yeah. And honestly, like I don't remember the last time that I sat down to read a physical book because I just don't know when you find the time. I mean, like if you guys find the time to do that, you're amazing. I don't. I like my saving grace since having a second child is popping them both in their car seats around 1 p.m., driving until they fall asleep and turning on my audiobook, bringing a coffee to go. It's like my favorite thing. And I just don't know when people physically read a book. I can listen to an audiobook when I'm doing chores, like when you're taking a bath or a shower, when you're going on a walk with your kids or your dogs. Like it's so accessible. So yes, you can. And Jesse, if you want to join our book club, you still can if you want to like physically come in person. I almost just blocked someone on accident. Okay. Give me your book and music recommendations.
Well, that's a really wide. I read fiction.
Okay, well, give them your book recommendations. That's okay. Maybe some people like fiction.
I don't know. I would have to know more about the person. That's
Amanda,
personal.
Amanda loves... Okay, I'll talk for a minute. She loves fantasy novels. And do you read romance novels?
I don't like icky parts.
Like what?
So
What's
like
icky?
most of like the romance, like I love the ACOTAR series. That was like the big one that I got into like a year ago. But there are like nasty sex scenes in there, and I'm like, I will skip because there's like the fast forward 30 seconds on an Audible, and it's like I'm hitting that 8 times, and they are still doing it, and I am so confused.
Wait, like straight up talking through a sex scene?
Legit porn. So that might be your thing. We call that smut in the book world. And if that's your thing, that's great. But I think that ruins a book. So.
Okay. There you have it from Amanda herself. Amanda is my friend because she teaches me balance. And I need balance because the only books that I feel like I need to dedicate my time to reading are books that make me a better person. Some way or somehow, like either teach me more about the Lord or teach me more about myself or being a mom or whatever. And so I've always told myself, I'm like, it's a waste of time to read a book that's not like improving my life somehow.
And what did I tell you?
And she was like, but fantasy novels are like a little vacation for your brain. And
they
I was
are.
like, I kind of like
vacation.
that.
Okay, so right now I'm doing Throne of Glass. I just got done with, what is the first book called? From Blood and Ash. Iron Flame and Fourth Wing. Iron Flame is the second to Fourth Wing. Court of Thorns and Roses. We are currently reading Being There, Why It's Important to
be present for
the first 3 years. That's pretty good, although I have some concerns about it. Kind of the same way I had concerns about Mama Bear Apologetics. I did not like that book.
You did. I loved that book.
Let's see. I read Harry Potter every single year. Every year on September 1st. I read Harry Potter because that's the day the Hogwarts Express goes to Hogwarts. Yep. So I start reading Harry Potter every single year on September 1st. I've done it for like 8 years. And it's like the only thing I listen to through Christmas because like fall, autumn, like, and Christmas is Harry Potter to me. Like I could just have.
This is so funny.
So Harry Potter every single year. I also like crime novels, and so I have a lot of those. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, this comment. I love that Amanda is not about smut, but has also helped me reach OG with my husband.
I'm so glad to hear that you are orgasming.
Okay. Remember how I said one of my biggest passions was interior design? Okay, this is Amanda.
Yes, getting women to orgasm all over the world is my passion. Let me teach you the ins and outs of your vagina. But no, it is so awkward. Maybe if I was reading it wouldn't be so bad. But I'm listening to it, and it is like the most obscene words to describe genitals.
And then your toddler's like 4 feet away from you, like, can I have some more peanut butter?
Or your husband. No, I fast forward through that crap. Just give me the gist. Like, I know you're doing something like intimate, and then I can create it in my head. I don't need all the detail.
That is okay. Susie's hilarious. Whoever she is, that's hilarious.
She just won Instagram for the night for me.
Okay. Oh man, what's music recommendations? I
worship music and country music.
Yeah, I pretty much listen to like almost everything. But we're very into Brandon Lake at my house. That's why my son's middle name is Lake.
I used to be like big into like all the music, right? I listened to rock. I listened to hip hop. I listened to pop. I didn't listen to country very much, but then I had kids and like listening to some of the music, I'm like, how did I never know that that's what they said in this song? So now I'm mostly like country, if it's like clean country, not drinking and all of that, because most of those are like love songs. I do a lot of worship. I do like a lot of folk, and mostly Taylor Swift.
We're a huge Wild Rivers fan in my house. Wild Rivers, like Trevor Hall. We love Trevor Hall. We've seen him like so many times. Tallest Man on Earth, stuff like that. Sorry, my question must be higher back in the comments. Are either of you in this should I have more kids or not phase? I'm struggling really bad and keep going back and forth. Amanda and I both know we want more kids.
Yes.
Well, I'll let Amanda speak for herself, but we just like I'm still speaking for both of us. We've both had 2 C-sections. You can only have so many C-sections. We don't I don't know how my next birth is going to go. And I don't feel even a little bit done. Like I want all of the kids and it's so hard for me because my pregnancies are so rough and birth, like with Ledger, it was great, but it's still a surgery. Like, and that's, that's really hard. If I like could expedite those processes and still have like, I just have the capacity to love so many babies. So why is it so hard to get them here? And that's like, when people talk about their, like, I don't remember what the terminology is, but like, it's something you think about literally every single day of your life. Your Roman Empire. Have you heard that terminology?
Yes.
Okay. That's this for me because I want so many babies and my body's saying that might not happen. If I can have a vaginal delivery next time, I'll keep trying to have babies, but we're also like, it's just, I don't know. Amanda has a different perspective too.
Well, I can't have a vaginal birth. The way they had to cut my uterus for my C-section, they did a T incision on my uterus, and so that eliminates me from VBAC. So I think I know I want one more. My husband is not. He's like, I've seen you give birth 3 times, and it's been scary all 3 times, and so I think we have to do some therapy before he's like cool with that. So. We are as a couple in that, but I'm not in that, if that makes sense.
And I think that's what's hard, like for both of us, is that when you have trauma involved with like you're trying to conceive or you bring your babies here, it almost feels like just like our decisions to birth our babies how we want to have been kind of taken away from us. It almost feels like the decision of how many babies we want has been taken away from us. And that's why like when people were so like confused as to why I wanted a VBAC so badly with Ledger. And I'm like, it is not about having this like magical birthing experience. It's about the fact that I want so many babies, and C-section after C-section after, like, it's not conducive for having so many babies. You should only put your body through that so many times.
I know. I was actually I want to find a doctor to do my next baby that will go in and like take their time, really look around, really like see the health of my uterus. Actually, I think I want to try and find someone to do an ultrasound before I even get pregnant, because I'm so convinced that the reason I had a miscarriage between my 2 kids was because my placenta was attached to where I have scar tissue.
Yeah. Which is very common. Yeah. With C-section and multiple C-sections for sure. Okay. Have you read The Woman by Chris and Hannah?
No, but I love her. I love her. I haven't read it yet. What book did I read by her?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try and find it, you guys. It was really
hi,
good.
Ashley.
I'm looking now.
She's looking now. I saw Brandon Lake live last month. He's so great. Oh, that's so fun. I know he's on the Tear Off the Roof tour. That's Sunny's favorite song by him. Tear Off the Roof. That's a song we were singing when she was sick over her. We're like, okay, yeah, it just froze for 1 minute. We're good. Yeah, that was a song we were singing over her about we don't need to wait to get our healing.
The women always see it.
And yeah, we went to a Brandon Lake concert at Red Rocks the night before I went into labor with Ledger, and it was crazy because his middle name was already chosen. His middle name was already Lake after Brandon Lake because of the lyrics to the song Gratitude that he co-wrote. And it was just really special to like go to a concert at Red Rocks. If you guys have ever done that, that's
It's
Amanda
so
and I's
fun.
first
Yeah.
date.
Yeah. It was our second date. We went to Main Street. for our
True.
first date.
It was like, it was fun. It was for Amanda's birthday, and we went to go see Lauren Daigle up there, and it's just like so fun to go to Red Rocks for a concert.
It's
Did you
definitely
find
an experience.
something?
I did, yeah. So Kristen Hanna, The Four Winds.
Yeah.
I do not read period pieces. I think they're so boring.
Period pieces.
Period. Like this is set in the Great Depression. I don't care.
So not like menstruation.
No. Like
Okay.
I don't care to read books in the 1800s or like whatever.
Yeah. No.
You got a low battery sign. But
If we disappear, it's because my phone died.
The Four Winds was one of my most favorite books of 2023.
good.
It was really good.
Well, there you have it, folks.
I'll
I
have to read the
feel that
one.
C-section birth trauma had a VBAC with my second. Also, have you looked at Special Scars website, Amanda?
No, what is it?
There's a Special Scars website.
Special Scars.
That's cool that you had a VBAC, and I'm so glad you did. Yeah, we both had really, really traumatic births with our first. Amanda had an even more traumatic birth, I would say, with her second.
Yeah.
My C-section with Ledger was amazing, and I keep telling Amanda for her third baby with a planned C-section, she's gonna have a very peaceful experience. I was told I couldn't have kids, but naturally conceived 3 years later, and my son is now 15 months.
Oh.
All thanks to Jesus. Tips for fear on worrying that I can't have another. Have you thought about that? Because we both Ledger and Lily are like rainbow babies.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually have spent some time thinking about that. Like, although I think and I hope and I pray that we got our issue fixed after our miscarriages, like Chase had to get a surgery, a varicocele, if you guys know what that is. I do still think about that. I'm like, just because that happened doesn't mean we can't have more miscarriages for other reasons. Like,
Oh, I know.
do you ever think about that?
I do all the time.
Yeah.
And I try not to because that terrifies me. Because I really do think that's why I had a miscarriage. And now I have not only this little scar on the bottom, but a scar going even farther down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so much more.
Yeah.
So it's more scar tissue.
And didn't we have a podcast about this?
I don't know.
I think we did. We, not that we couldn't have any more babies, but we had a podcast episode about just like carrying that fear of like when you're pregnant after you've experienced a loss, and all the things that come with that. It's like really that it's hard. And honestly, maybe we'll do another one because, I just feel like that's something you kind of have to like take day by day and really, really surrender, because I don't know how you get through that. I have 2 boys to feel done, but also really would like to try for a girl one more time, but would be 37 before I'm ready to have another. Is that too old? No.
Age is not a thing anymore.
No, that's not too old. Special scars, special hope is what Amanda said, or Hannah said.
I'm on specialscars.org. So what's it called?
Special scars, special hope. My mother was born to a woman, my great grandma, at age 50. And I know people who undergo IVF all the time in their like late 40s. So, I'm hoping for a VBAC with my second baby. Awesome. The odds are in your favor. We have a lot of resources on VBACs if you scroll through our page about how to plan for that.
No, I'm like obsessed with this. Sorry.
It's specialscars.org. That's the right site, she
Yeah.
said. How long do you guys breastfeed? I'm going on 10 months and thinking about stopping at 12. I nursed Sunny for 2 years, and I had to wean her. She was not ready. I was not ready.
What was the question?
How long did we nurse for?
22 months with Noah. I planned to just go I went as long as he wanted to. I did not wean Noah whatsoever, and I won't do it with Lily. She might be 3. I'm not sure, but he was just like down to 1 time a day, and it was just at night, and my boobs were like not producing anything because he would just like suck for literally 2 minutes and fall asleep. And I wasn't producing anything. So one night I was just like, let's just see if he'll eat a banana and go to sleep. And he did. I brought a banana into the room. I read him a book, and I fed him the banana while I rocked him to sleep. And then he never wanted milk after that. So he like totally weaned himself. And I totally plan on doing that with Lily, just letting her decide.
Yeah. And honestly, like my biggest dream ever was to tandem nurse somehow. But after we went through 2 miscarriages while I was nursing Sunny, I just didn't feel comfortable getting pregnant again while I was still nursing. So I weaned her on her 2nd birthday. And I made it very special, and I like recorded a whole little video to look back on. We like went and picked flowers out of our garden together and went up to a bath and made like a whole milk bath and blasted worship music and we just sat in the bath and she nursed for like probably an hour. And then that was our last time nursing, but it was really special and memorable. And then the week following that was honest hell, because
I know, that's why I just let Noah do it himself.
it was like that was her whole comfort and her whole everything. And I kept telling myself, I'm like, okay, but I'm also like, I want to give you a sibling.
Yeah.
And at the time I had thought like my hormones might have been messed up from nursing for so long or whatever, but in hindsight I know that wasn't true. So sometimes I regret weaning her. But my body only had like a 6-week break from weaning her and getting pregnant with Ledger, and I think it needed that. So props to you if you nurse through your pregnancies. I think that's amazing. My phone is at 6%. If anybody has any more questions, we'll probably answer like one more, but that was a lot of rapid fire. Did you have anything to say to any of those?
No.
That you didn't get to?
No.
Well, we'll just give it one more minute and then... Yeah, did you find that website?
I did.
What is it about?
About people having VBACs with scars. But that's so interesting. I think that, I don't know if that's helpful or not.
Put you in a weird place.
Yeah, I don't know. I just honestly don't think my body will do it. I think I have so much trauma. I wish I knew more people.
Your situation is more unique.
I know. I wish I knew more people that had my trauma, that walked through it and got through it and then birthed babies.
You should like write a book.
About what? I didn't fix it.
Well, I just feel like that would be a really lonely path to walk.
It is. People. But yeah, I don't know. So it's just so weird. My body just
like, it's interesting that you're saying like fix it as if like having a vaginal delivery would have fixed it.
It wouldn't have.
No,
it wouldn't have. I think if I honestly, like looking back on it, I think if I would have initially started with an epidural, just like what's traditional in the United States now, I think it probably would have been okay. Mm-hmm. But because I tried natural and I totally triggered my trauma to where I was like having flashbacks of my trauma. Do you know what I mean? While I was laboring, and then my body was like, big middle finger to you. And then I did the epidural, and I think that kind of.
I was just honestly so confident that both of us would have VBACs because. Like, I don't want to sound too cocky, but like if anybody knows about birth and like natural birth and how to like we are so educated and like hired all the right people and went to all the right providers, and there was never a thought in my head that would be the outcome for both of us. Like genuinely never gave it a second thought. At least you mentally planned for a C-section during your birthing prep. Like that never even crossed my mind. I'm like, I'm literally having a VBAC. That's it. The only outcome that's happening. Let's see. Oh goodness. Okay, I think my favorite part of Amanda is the every year September 1st Harry Potter.
Total nerd.
There are a lot of C-section surgeries too, tons of birth there's a lot of C-section stories too, tons of birth stories on there that could be helpful to feel seen and not alone.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. And then Susie said you should both write books. I have written one book and I'm actually working on another right now.
I've always wanted to write a book. I don't know when I would find the time to do that.
Yeah, I know. Motherhood is like
might happen when my kids are like teenagers and they don't want to talk to me anymore.
Yeah. Amanda's a really good writer. She loves to write, and she apparently has a private Instagram page where she writes all of her writings.
I haven't
to
started
her kids.
anything on it.
Oh,
I haven't. They're just still all in notebooks. I just haven't. I haven't done it quite yet.
Well, I think we should probably go. My phone's about to die, but thank you guys for like rolling with the punches. Sometimes we just want to mix things up, do something a little random. I felt like my brain was a little fried tonight. So this was like very good for that. Kind of, jolted me out of my mood a little bit. But next week we will have a normal podcast episode, and we're really excited because we're talking about something we learned from the book that I guess Amanda did not like at all.
I did like this one part. The part we're going to talk about was really the only part that I was like, yes. And then the rest of it I was like, oh.
It's so funny. I didn't know you didn't like it though. At our book club, you were like, it's just a little bit hard.
It was hard to read, and it was hard to like, I don't know.
We're talking about the Mama Bear apologetics.
Not that I didn't. It's not that I didn't like it. I'm just non-confrontational, and I don't know. I didn't feel. It wasn't like a book that I was like looking forward to getting and listening to. It was like a book I was like, I've got to finish it because of book club. It's not like I want to read all.
And you feel that way about this book too?
This book, I like more. I do like more. I'm worried because I feel like it's confrontational.
You do? Okay. I think that's a you issue. Amanda thinks everything's confrontational.
I just want everyone to feel loved and seen. And
okay,
like,
I get
confident.
what you're saying in that.
You know what I mean? Like,
I get what you're saying in that.
I don't want someone to read this and feel like, okay, well, I made the wrong choice or I did a bad thing.
Okay, I get what you're saying. And I almost feel like I sometimes ignore the parts that don't apply to me. And so when they're talking about working moms and stuff, like I just don't. I'm like, well, honestly, the only part that my brain like retained was all of the like neurological connections between a mom and her infant and all of the ways that they like need you. And it's like really reframe my perspective on phone usage in front of my kids. And I don't know, but maybe that's the whole chew and spit method that we'll talk about next week. Cause I kind of like forgot about the other parts of the book that might've been a little bit like judgy. Anyways, I think that's it. Love the live. So cool to see behind the scenes. Yeah, this is our podcast room. We'll just show you before my phone dies. This is our podcast room. We have the lights, the camera, the action, our comfy chairs, and usually like a beverage and some bread. That Amanda makes amazing bread that I had a slice of downstairs. Sometimes she makes us cookies. This is her house. So,
This is my house.
Anyways, this was fun, and we will see you guys next week with a normal episode.
Hopefully not so strung out.
How do I even get off of this?